Right. Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right, let's jump on into a love tarot story. We'll do a little check-in. I don't know how it looks on your guys' end, but I am continuing to have extreme amounts of glitches, and some of them are definitely YouTube related. Other things have been intermittently internet. And like connectivity issues. So I hope it looks okay on your guys' end. It doesn't on mine, but it's been like this for days and you guys haven't said anything. So I'm guessing it's kind of okay. But yeah, weird. Anyway, guys, hi, everybody. We have a 7 of sacred circles. It's time for the harvest. As far as love goes, something's been growing. Something has been like coming to full fruition. It is time to harvest something really good, something really powerful. Now, this could first just start with a person who's like worked on themselves. Their life maybe has blossomed. They feel really secure. We have a Queen of Cups. So our story could, at least for the moment, center around a Queen of Cups. Doesn't have to be a feminine, but in this case, we're going to say her, but it could still be a masculine who's in their feminine energy. But this is somebody who, the thing about her is she always looks like her face shows some trepidation. It's like, oh, wait, I'm supposed to now give my cup to somebody. I just kind of filled it back up. I just got it intact. My heart is just now mine again. And am I really supposed to give it away to somebody? I just got things good inside of me again. I'm thinking that this is possibly the story right now of a Queen of Cups who, yeah, she just got happy with the 9 of Cups. She just got back to her. She just got back to who she used to be before she had heartbreak, and she had to work pretty hard. Like she may have gone through hell and back. And although we don't need to linger on what she went through, you don't usually have to do a 7 of sacred circles unless you had to do a lot of healing. You had to do a lot of rebuilding. You had to become a full-blown queen all over again. You had to find your happy again. Finding that is amazing for sure. But her stress level was like through the roof for a while. And she's just now like loving her life again. So I can see why she's kind of like, do I have to give my heart to somebody again right now? Like I just kind of welded it back together. We do have the Empress here. And the Empress is, Jason says that it froze on your end. Let me know, you guys. Is anybody else having problems with things freezing? That's the only report I see. And on my end, it still looks like everything's going smooth. Sorry, you guys. I know. It's so frustrating when this happens. Still good, AC. Okay, so just for those of you who are seeing things that do freeze and things that don't freeze, if it's happening on your end and it's not happening for everybody, then we know that it's probably a YouTube glitch in different regions. So depending on where you guys are at, whether it's like international or not, that could play a role in stuff, but at least it's not consistent. If you do experience the freeze, sometimes going out of the video and coming back in will reset it for you, but you will want to leave completely, like leave YouTube, close down the browser, and then bounce back in. Anyway, sorry guys, but I'm trying to help you guys troubleshoot a little of this because this is not one that's like in my control. It's not on my end that I can fix, but I hope that helps. Okay, with the Empress energy, it's time that she thinks about her future. Okay, she does not have to instantly be like, oh my God, I'm supposed to now give my heart to somebody. She, he, whomever. No. She doesn't have to do this right now. Of course not. But she should start thinking about what does she want her future to look like? It's all well and good to just be loving your life, being present, dancing your belly dancing ways through the tavernas of the villages and having a good time. That's awesome. But will she want companionship again in the future? What does she envision? She has a crystal ball here, and she is totally in charge of whatever comes next. So she does not have to have any trepidation at all about like, oh my God, do I have to give my heart? No, of course not. But better to sweep away that thought process and instead replace it by saying to herself, you know, what would I like for myself? What do I envision for my future? Now she's in an empowered state, and it's not about what she has to do. It's about what she gets to do. It's about what she gets to bring in. Okay, so what do you want? we've got the Six of Cups. So deep down, she actually wants a soulmate. She wants somebody that she transforms and transmutes life with. She wants somebody that she can learn from, someone that maybe she can swap roles with, and sometimes she can teach them and they can teach her. She wants companionship. She wants something that feels like, I'm not going to say that her life's work has to be involving another person, but look, an empress tends to want to run an empire. That's a lot. It's a lot to take care of. What empire do you know of that only requires one person to take care of all of it? Like, I don't know of any. An empire always requires, like leadership, but then there's also like all of the governing bodies and the, royal viziers and the council and, the guards. And, you go through the entire lineup of who runs an empire. And it's like, well, an empire is made up of more than one person. So I think it's reasonable for her to acknowledge to herself, I do have bigger, grander schemes for my life. And yes, it probably is going to require another person. And if I'm going to have another person in my life, damn sure I want him to be a full on like soulmate, somebody I can trust, somebody I can really like, we share the same vision. Temperance. She wants a peaceful, harmonious relationship with another person. Okay, awesome. She might be particularly drawn to Sagittarians or water signs. She herself could be a Libra Taurus. We also saw her first as water energy, but she doesn't have to be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But so she's got a plan. She's got a plan, Stan. Okay, terrific. So what does that mean for her then? If this is kind of what she would want, then Inspiration of Pentacles, it's going to happen again on her time. It's when she chooses to turn a page in her book of life, pick up a pen, and start writing her next chapter. How does she begin to write the next chapter of her life? She has to have an idea or a spark or something of interest. Ten of Swords, again, it's about like where one story ends, that's where her new story begins. So she cannot bring anything from the past with her. The Ten of Swords is like, you got to leave it all behind. Your ship was wrecked, but you survived. Get the hell on out of there, get out of the water, and don't live in the story of the time that your ship got wrecked. Move on, sail forward into other seas, or get on land and forget all about sailing if you don't want to sail anymore, but don't bring the past with you. So she can't have a new beginning until she really can leave the past behind. Okay, that's, I know I'm being pretty blunt with this, but hell yeah. You can meet an emperor, but not if you're thinking about, who you dealt with that wasn't an emperor. There's no point in bringing anything with her from the past when what she wants is a future. So in this one story, it's like, I don't even think it's going to be too difficult for her to change gears, because we're not asking her to do anything extra. All we're asking is for her to leave everything behind that she already experienced and just like welcome the next adventure, right? I mean, imagine if you'd been sick with a horrible flu and you've been puking and everything, but some magical fairy godmother comes down and says, I know you're running a high fever. I know you felt miserable for, 3 days. I know you've been horrible, but if I could wave a magic wand over you right now and make you all of these aches and pains go away, and you'd have perfect health, and you could walk into this fantastic party with this 7-course meal and dance the night away and have a great time. But the rule is you cannot go in and start telling everybody how you were sick. Would you do it? Well, hell yeah. I mean, it sounds way better. Of course, make me well again and let me go to the party and let me just forget I was even sick. But don't go to the party and immediately start talking about, and then I vomited and blah, blah, blah. Like there's no reason to kill everybody else's buzz in the room. Leave your crap outside the door. You're getting a magical fairy wand waved over you. You don't need to talk about the past. You're well, you're healthy, and all you care about is dancing with that haughty emperor at the ball. So go say yes, and leave the past in the past. That's what this feels like. And I think as long as she can do that, the day that she can do that is the day she can meet an emperor. If she says she wants a new beginning, but she keeps lugging around the past and wants to talk about that flu bug and all that, she's not going to get anywhere. She won't get an emperor. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, and she may be wobbly. She may try it and it doesn't work. Careful. Don't botch it with a great emperor. Don't bring up you know, stuff that she's already gone through. It doesn't mean don't tell your life story, but you know, it's all about building from here on out. And we don't really need to talk about the stuff that didn't work out. I mean, it doesn't mean like hide your traumas, you know. It's not that, but it's like don't live in stuff that you already dealt with and that doesn't even factor in anymore, because you're so much more than that. You get so much more than that. That Five of Pentacles says, especially when she meets somebody wonderful, she probably doesn't need to say anything about like, oh my God, I'm so worried that you're going to be, you know, trash. It's like the last experience I had. Do not go there. Do not go there. Only if you're going to make a comment at all, be like, man, my day got so much brighter the day I met this emperor. You know, like I did not even know the hole that this person was going to fill in my life. This person is soothing and calming. This is somebody that I so enjoy. Like, it's okay to talk about like your emperor in that, you know, those terms. Like, man, I didn't even know this is what I was missing out on. This is so awesome. This is like, I just, every day just keeps getting better. You know, I'm just giving an example of like the way to spin this. So we're not talking about the past, but we are acknowledging this is so different than what I had in the past, but we're not recounting the blow by blow of the horribleness that we experienced in the past. And I think that projection forward is really going to help, because it's all about the future. And if you want to think about the future, you got to put yourself in the future. I think that's what this says. Look, I don't know if this is right or wrong. I'm not trying to tell anybody how to do things. This is our fictional character, and these are the cards I got dealt. So this is a story I got to tell. We've got a Seven of Cups upright. This guy is the limit, that all the possibilities of what she could build, the way she can communicate with this emperor, the way she can spitball different ideas, the way, you know, like everything can be exciting and it could be filled with adventures. This is so wonderful, because to have a second person, sorry, Aries is fluffing, to have a second person who is a match for her about like, you know, I was thinking I could build this empire. These were my plans. And the emperor is like, ooh, let me tell you what I've been thinking about for an empire. And they can merge. You know, it would be like having the greatest like architectural consult ever, who maybe has some other ideas. And it's like what these two could brainstorm together could be absolutely amazing. They can dream up the world that they want to share together, as long as they put that energy in. So let me ask this. We see all the possibilities. Universe, does she get this? Is this what's coming? Aries is now at peace, apparently. We have Ace of Pentacles. Hell yeah, it's coming. She's literally hovering this pentacle in her hand, this new beginning. That ace is right there. Now, remember, aces are personal, so it's only if she wants it. Oh, and if you want it, there it is. But you better hurry, because it's moving fast. I don't know what that song is. I'm gonna get it, but you gotta, because it might not last. I don't know. It's like a 1960s, early 70s song. It's a guy singing it. This feels so awesome. She just has to move on it. If this is what you want, just go for it. Just put your thoughts forward, you know, move forward to what you want. Six of Swords again. Hop in somebody's sidecar and like let's escape, you and me together. Okay, but that's all well and good, but how is she really going to meet this person? We can see, as long as she doesn't like have any hesitations and she's all about this and she's really putting her mindset. Remember that crystal ball. So I'm picturing she has to like foresee her own future looking like this. She has to envision it. Maybe she's got to meditate over it. I mean, here we're like levitating a pentacle, for Christ's sake. You know, here she's like taking this huge leap in her mind, thinking about things, getting excited about things, envisioning like, you know, moving forward with a companion beside her. So how do you do this? What action does she have to take to bring this in? King of Swords, it does have a lot to do with the mental process. Think clear thoughts, envision clear things. I mean, maybe she is going to like sit and meditate, or maybe she's going to use like really positive vocabulary, because this can be communication and words and thoughts all combined. And if she's seeing her future clearly and she's speaking, here's what I'm excited about. I'm going to have, this awesome emperor. Here's what I'm going to bring in from me. Here's what my new life is going to look like. I'm going emperor or better. I'm going to have a partner who's beside me, who's got great ideas to share with my own ideas and make them better. I want that. And that's what I am excited to, like have somebody I can talk to and converse with. I just feel like the more she thinks it and says it, the better off she's going to be. And if there's negative thoughts that come in, it's like, push them away. The only thing to battle here is the negativity or remembering things that are frustrating. She really cannot afford, especially right now, to go down negative memory lane or have like a surge of like anger toward what happened to her in the past. I know it's asking a lot because it's like, okay, so she has no space to still like grieve or be, like going through her emotions about something that already happened. It's not to say she can't, but the Five of Swords is what we push away, what we fight against, what we defend against. And I think it's fair to say defend against negative ideas that can intrude into our thought because of past negative experiences. If we're going to fight against anything, hopefully we fight negativity. Hopefully we push back against stuff that would get in our head and derail our otherwise very positive thoughts about what we want. So I would just say if she's going to fight or defend anything in her mind, it's like, don't let her mind start to tear down this awesome idea that she has of what her future is going to look like. Don't let her crystal ball get cloudy or cracked. Okay, so she's letting this person or inviting this person in. Emperor. Let's take a look. Universe, what do you got to say about Emperor? Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is here because that's actually blocked energy. What is this? Has she has unwittingly blocked him up until now. This is her with her swords, and she's been dancing around, doing her, sword dance out here, kind of swinging wildly and keeping her messengers away. So this emperor has not yet been able to like gravitate toward her or encounter her because her energy up until now has kept everybody at bay. She's been a little bit of a prickly porcupine for a while. But he's going to be naturally gravitating toward her is what it says. I don't know. Do you know her or do you know that you want to go toward her? Or is this just, we have the Magician. I still don't know. Do you know her specifically? We can see him using his most emperor wand masculine energy to like manifest her. He is clearly, deciding. He is in action taking mode. He is like, gimme, I want this person. I want an empress. But do you know her? Or are you just energetically saying, I'm so ready to meet an empress? We got a Two of Cups. I kind of think he knows her. Now, because it's a Two of Cups, maybe not. Only because this is so energy based, more so than if we had like the Lovers, for example, because this is like that 5D energy realm. This is the, the way, let's say, molecules form because, independent atoms are, their electrons are hungry and they want to make a stable union. And so they gravitate toward each other. If you put a bunch of stuff in, in solution, certain, atoms are going to find each other and bond because of their electron, numbers, because they're always going to try to like find the strongest bond. So we could say that this is, maybe he doesn't know her exactly, but he's looking for his strongest bond. Like he wants to make some H2O. Like that's a really strong bond. He wants that. He's looking for that. So maybe he doesn't know her precisely. Oh my God. But if that's the 5D, guess what? We also have them showing up in the 3D. So now we've got hungry eyes. Now we've got the 3D, flesh vessel connection, the attraction. So this says he might know her. He definitely knows of her energetically, that she exists somewhere on this plane of existence. But maybe he wouldn't know her face. But now we go, oh no, he must know her face. By the way, both of these folk could be dark-haired beauties, handsome, doesn't have to be, but we see a lot of dark hair in for both of them. Maybe they dye their hair. It's just kind of a side note. This is a lusty little connection as much as it is an energetic connection. So I'm willing to say right now that somehow either she's been in the back of his mind for a while, but he's never approached her until now. She's calling him in as much as he's gravitating toward her. I really feel like this is like, it's just the right time, right? Her defenses are down. She's in a much better, brighter, happier state, a determined state to like really bond with the right kind of person now. She's not in a negative view anymore. He's at a place in his own life where he's ready to manifest true partnership as well. But it does kind of come across like he knows who she is. First, it was energetically, and I don't know, maybe finding her energetically is like drawing him into her world in the 3D realm as well. But we do have the Eight of Swords here. Eight of Swords can be stuck energy. It can be trapped energy. That's her tangled up, tied up. Four of Swords. Yeah, again, I have to say 100%. This is not to shame or blame her, but 100% every blockage card that we see when we're talking about the Emperor, all the blockages are actually coming from her. She wasn't ready to meet him. She would have been holding back and unwilling to connect with him in the 3D. She was isolating herself. She was still healing. All of this is like, look, an Emperor knows. An Emperor's like, it doesn't matter how much I try to manifest her. Until my lady is ready, it's going to be no dice. She has to let me in. She has to call me in. But I'll know when to gravitate toward her. He's like, he's got the nose. He's got the nose for when his lady is ready energetically to welcome him. Three of Wands. It's been kind of a wait. And I do feel like he's waited for her. I feel like, we get a lot of stories where it's like, oh, this divine feminine has to wait for this masculine. Nope, not in this one. She's the holdup. He's been waiting for her. He's been waiting a long time for her. And this kind of says, it might only be another 3 days, or maybe it's going to be 3 days to 3 months. But he's kind of like, what is going to be the cue for him that his lady is ready? We got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. We've got the Hermit sideways. I don't know. Does she reach out to him? We see her again on that Seven of Pentacles, which if we go back, that was our very first card. We saw that she reached that point of contentment. Now there's no more need to harvest anything. There's no more need to stay silent. We've got strong Virgo energy coming across for her. By the way, on his side, in addition to him being a strong Aries for that Emperor, we also had Virgo, Gemini for the Magician. Is that it on his side? Yeah. Okay. It just looks like, I don't know, because we have both the 3D and the 5D realm, and he's so attuned to her energy. I don't know if she's really the one who starts the dialogue. I just know she's in a place where she can communicate now. She's in a place where she would talk now. So really nice to see this. We've got the Two of Pentacles sideways. Again, it's all been about when is she ready? When is she at peace? When is she going to be willing to reciprocate? He's been at least energetically waiting for that. Now, could she be the one who reaches out? It's possible, but I don't think so. I still think it's been him, like, just knowing. It's like, I'll know when I can gravitate. It's definitely him coming toward her. He will feel a lift of that blockage, as surely as if, I'm because I just felt it. My windows are not open, but if they were, when you feel like a cool breeze pass across you, even if your window's just open like a little bit, sometimes that's when it's most noticeable. The air in a room is still, but then you feel like this cool draft go across you. I feel like that's how it's going to be for him. And he's going to be like, she's ready. She's ready. I feel like there's an energetic shift. He knows with the 10 of Swords, it's go time. She's done. She's done holding my energy back. She's done keeping me at bay. It's go time. I'm moving toward her. It's a very intuitive emperor. Very intuitive emperor. Five of Pentacles. He's like, I gotta go get my lady. She's been somewhere in that freezing cold mansion and she's ready to escape the freezing cold. I got to be there to meet her. Come run into my arms. I definitely feel like we have a change in landscapes. She has been kind of the ice queen for a while. She has not wanted to deal with anybody in a long time. She has not been open-hearted enough in a long time, and now she is. My only other question here is just with everything that we see, which is super beautiful. I mean, this is great how like attuned he is to her, but I still don't understand what is their interwoven connectedness. You know, I still don't get, did they have any past connection? Four of Cups. If so, it was like past life. This is illusions. This is maybe missed opportunities. Maybe these two met each other once upon a time, but absolutely nothing happened or could have happened at that point. Death card is sideways. I don't know. It's almost like they weren't who they are today back then. Like that's why this almost feels more like past life stuff where they're finding each other again in this lifetime. But he is so gravitating toward her. When we saw the Two of Cups and then we saw the Lovers right after it, how did he like spot her? If it was first energy and then it was like visual, the World card. So she could have been at a big distance from him. The World card can be, you know, across the globe. These two could be individuals that had not ever met each other. This could be somebody who's like on a different part of the world, or again, past life, like back in another lifetime when the world was different. There's something here though where I almost feel like she's, I mean, obviously it's her who's been at a distance from him because he's looking right at her. So I'm going to say there's something here about like her being far away. The Fool, and him willing to take a big old leap to get to her. And he's naked, but you know, carefully covered up by butterflies, and he's got dragons swirling around him. I don't know. I feel like he's been pretty heavily invested in her for at least the last year, but the timing wasn't right until now, until he feels that click of energy. That, like I say, it's like the garage door opens or the window opens and he feels the rush of air come in and he's like, okay, it's go time. I can move toward her now. I'm still not 100% sure what their interactions were, you know, but obviously he has visualized her for, I mean, the World card can be a whole year. And because we already have the dragons here as well, I'm going to say at least for the last year, he may have had her on his mind. I don't know if he like just is instinctually, like he's been thinking about her for a while, without even realizing that he's been kind of in wait for when he can approach her. Because all of that could be so subtle and subconscious for him because we were dealing with the Two of Cups energy. But he's so connected to her energy, which explains it if they are past life energies. You know, he could have only seen her from a year ago and then kept thinking about her. And then slowly but surely it's like, you know what? I think I'm going to reach out to that person. I don't even know what's possessing me to do this. I feel attracted to her. She stays in my mind. I feel like his thoughts of her have increased and increased and increased over time to where it's like, I don't know what it is, but I need to reach out to her. Does he understand what that intuitive push is for him? No, because it's not just passion. With the Knight of Wands in the reverse, it is not passion-based or, you know, like, oh, I just think she's really hot. That is not his motive. So I don't think he has a clue as to what it is. Ace of Pentacles. Somehow she represents like something fresh in his life. Remember, she had that Ace of Pentacles hovering in her own hand. I don't look, an emperor is really astute. They're really intelligent, but I still don't know that he could necessarily pause and think about like, why am I doing what am I doing, any more than we think about how our lungs are operating when we take a breath. You know, it maybe is not something that we think about until, you know, we're gasping and, you know, we can't catch our breath. And then we pay more attention to how our lungs work. But otherwise, we just kind of take it for granted. It's like, oh, it just does it for me. We don't have to tell ourselves, okay, and now we're going to inhale and now we will exhale. We don't have to think a thought to make it happen. So I'm thinking it's kind of like that. It's not passion driven, but he's just kind of gravitating toward her. And he knows that this kind of feels right. This feels different, but it's not about like, oh, she's just so hot. I don't know that he's contemplated though, why am I doing this? And it's like I say, how do you understand why you breathe, how you breathe? You just do. Your body knows what to do. King of Swords, he's starting to wonder a little bit like, what the hell am I doing? He's more cerebral, but I don't think it'll make him pause. You know, this is something that he's going to do almost on autopilot before possibly even really contemplating why. That's a weird thing that I just did. I just sent a message to somebody. I just communicated with somebody. Why did I do that? Because you listened. And he might just shrug and be like, yeah, I guess because that's what I felt like I was supposed to do. We got the Lovers. Now we get into the biology aspect of it. And we know that it's both halves, right? It's the Two of Cups and the Lovers. We already saw that. This is the 3D realm of the connection. And of course, we see it again here. This is the biological component of this. Yeah, I am really interested in her. I don't know why. He might be trying to tell himself, I must have reached out to her because I think she's really attractive. That was not his real motive. I don't know if he gets it yet, that I did this because it was right, because I feel compelled to, because there's something special about her. He might be saying it must just because she's hot. It's kind of cute though, because he's half right and he's half wrong, right? There's an element of him that's kind of like scratching his own head, like, how come? I guess just because she's attractive to me. Yeah, that must be why. That's cute. That's cute. 7 of Cups is upright. We've got definitely a lone wolf energy coming off of him. 7 of Cups is confusion still about his own actions. He may be thinking, maybe it's just because I'm lonely or something. Well, wolves howl to echolocate each other. The alpha pair mates for life. He's maybe really ready for his other half. And maybe that's the other reason. It's like, dang, this is part biology. This is, though, also this soul connection. Like, I want my person. I want my other half. Even if he didn't acknowledge it to himself, he wants his other half. He got the Moon. That part he might have hidden from himself just a little bit, just how badly he wants that. But the wolves howl at the moon too. Like, I don't know. I'm feeling like he's very nicely driven by his connection to the feminine, because the moon is also the feminine, and that's a gravitational pull. And we already saw him as the magician, which is the masculine, taking action, manifesting. But ultimately, it's her switching on the like open for business sign energetically that is really also allowing him to move toward her. So these two this is a great storyline. These two are very much meant to be. It's beautiful. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys so much. I will see you in the Cancerian video that I will probably do next. Good to see you. Hey, Mudsmoe, how are you, love? Rachel's Magic. Hey, Travis. I don't see any wishy-washy in him at all, AC. He's an emperor. Emperors aren't going to be wishy-washy. I think it was pretty straightforward. No, there was nothing negative in this story at all. We didn't have any bad cards. So we only go with the cards that we see. Angelina Davina. Hi. Hi, Temi Secord. Karen Bishop. Hi. Rock me. Love it. Love the volcanoes. Hi, Dawn. Good to see you guys. Jason F. Oh, good. Did it unfreeze for you? That's awesome. Eliana. Hi, sweetie. Good. Thank you for the feedback. Victoria Knox. Good evening to you. Hi, Shay. Monkey Experiment. Great to see you. Hi, Sleep Princess. Bria M. Black Butterfly 25, thank you so much for the feedback also, love. Eduardo Jimenez, good. I'm glad you enjoyed that one. That's awesome. Hi, Ash Cash. Wonderful to see you. Dawn's in the house. Hi, sweetie. RS, yeah, Sundays are really nice days. I really enjoy them. Crochet every day. Victoria R. Thank you guys. Really nice to see you guys. And RS, you were first in the house tonight. All right, you guys. I will see you next in the Cancerian video. I'll see you in just a minute. Kim Pruitt and Patricia, hi. I hear you, AC. You angel. I think you're like my ferocious counterpart. Like, we're both very protective of our characters. I love it. You're so awesome. All right, you guys, take care. I'll see you in Cancer. Bye.